Okay, so I just want to get straight into this video. No intro, no outro, nothing. I just want to make this video not to bash MAC Cosmetics. That's not my intention at all, to make them seem like a bad company or anything. And I never thought I'd make a video like this, a company like MAC. But I feel like this needs to be said and this needs to be done, because I am so fed up with MAC Cosmetics and their customer service. I cannot go into that store, and mind you, I tried 3 malls. I tried 3 different malls to have a good experience at MAC, give them some sort of chance. But honestly, this is enough. Like, enough is enough. Before going into MAC, in the back of my mind, I know today is either going to be a good day and they're not going to ruin your mood, or today's going to be a really bad day and they will ruin your mood. And usually it ends up ruining my mood. This goes back to yesterday when I went into MAC with my mom. I ended up buying a product there, even though I had like the worst experience ever. We went into MAC. As usual, no one approached us, no one greeted us, no one even looked up. Get this done quickly. I just need the lipstick. That's it. I'm gonna get out, because it's kind of, for me, it's kind of a quick process, because if you encounter one of these girls, they'll end up ruining your day no matter what. Trying to wait for someone to look at me, someone to approach me, no one's approaching me. So I see a couple of lipsticks that I actually liked on top of what I wanted to get, so I was looking for them. I was looking through lipsticks, whatever. Actually, my mom liked a lipstick, and my mom actually liked some of their products. So we started trying to get some help, but no one approached us. Now, we were standing there for like good 10 minutes looking at lipsticks, swatching them, and then at that point I had enough. So I started opening the drawers and trying to find the makeup that I was looking for. I guess at MAC you're not supposed to be doing that, because they take it very personal. Because honestly, when you go into that store, you feel like you walked into those employees' houses, like you walked into their private property, and you're trying to steal their products, and it feels like they don't want to give them away. They feel like you're not good enough for their products. At this point, we're not getting approached, no one's coming up to us, so I'm like, Mom, you know what, let's just look at her, like, let's just find it ourselves, because this is impossible. And this girl runs to us and she's like, oh, can I help you? And I'm like, yes, please, I need Myth, I need Razzle Dazzle, I need this, I need that. She's like, okay, I got it for you. This was the nice girl. She was helping out after she saw me opening up the drawers. I guess she felt like the need to stop me, because that's not what you're supposed to be doing at MAC. But excuse me if no one's helping me out, and my time is valuable, okay? I don't have an hour to spend at your store and wait for your employees to help me out. I'm gonna help myself out, I don't care. And this is where it gets bad. I make my way to the shadows, I find some nice shadows, and I start swatching them on my hand, and the rude girl comes up. This is a different girl. There were 2 girls on the floor. This is a different one who comes up to me. And she goes like, can I help you with something? And I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to find something for my inner corners. And she's like, okay, we have this one, and this one. She like she was looking, she wasn't even facing me. I didn't hear anything she said. She just went, I'm like, excuse me? And she's like, okay, we have this one, and she put it on her finger. And I thought she's gonna like put it on her hand and show me like, this is what we have, this is what we have, this is what we have. No, she goes like, give me your hand. She put them, and I'm like, okay, look, whatever. If she wanted to swatch it on my hand, I don't care. So I'm like, oh, you know what, I like this one. Okay, you have to buy like a palette. Like, do you have like a magnet palette? Because it's cheaper that way. I'm like, no, I'll just have the shadow, please. She's like, okay. So we make our way to the cash, and she was the one to cash us out. And as we were at the cash, there's like these like pigments. They're like these small bottles. I don't know what the hell it was, but I wanted to see like if it would be shiny enough for my inner corners. Maybe I would change my mind and get the pigment. So I see an opened up pigment, and I'm assuming it's a sample, okay? Because it wasn't packaged up. It didn't have like the stickers that like close up or seal the product. It was just open cap. So as she was scanning my mom's and my stuff, like the lipsticks and the blushes, I'm looking at the pigment. I opened it up because it was like halfway open, and I wanted to put a little bit on my hand just to swatch it. And as I'm doing this, my eyes are looking down, and I'm trying to not look at her at all. And what I hear is her saying, "Excuse me, you can't be doing that. That's not a sample. You're ruining the product." I didn't look up because I knew she was talking to me, but I tried to like avoid her and I just kept doing it. She stopped doing everything that she was doing. My mom looked at her and she's like, everyone started looking around because they're like, what the hell is this girl screaming about? She's like, "Excuse me, you're ruining our products and you cannot be doing that. That's not a sample." I'm like, I'm the type of girl who's really nice if you're nice to me, and I could be really bitchy if you're really bitchy to me. I go 0 to 100. I'm not even kidding. I might look like a young little girl, but I promise you, I have a very bad attitude towards people who are rude. I could be very rude back. I'm sorry. I can stand up for myself. I was taught to stand up for myself, and I'm not gonna keep quiet. So I'm like, "Excuse me, ma'am, this was already open." I'm like, you could see that this one is closed and this one looks like a sample. She snatches it out of my hand, the one that I opened up. She throws it to the garbage and she's like, "Great, now that's garbage." And I'm looking at her and my mom's looking at me. She's like, "What just happened?" I'm like, this girl just took a product from my hand that I was potentially, maybe I wanted to buy it. Like, who knows? Maybe I wanted to buy it. Maybe I did. But this girl literally snatches it out of my hand, throws it out, and says, "Now that's garbage. Thank you for ruining our product." Like, she's like, "You just ruined a product, now it's garbage." And I'm like, if it's garbage, you might as well let a customer take a look at it because it was already originally garbage. It wasn't sealed. And she's like, "That's none of your business what our products look like. You cannot be opening them up and making them your own samples." I'm like, it was already opened. And she turned all blood red because she knew she was wrong. And then I know how I assume they work for commission, and for each product that they help you with, I guess, I'm not sure, they get commission for it. So she cashed us out and my mom was about to pay, and I look up at her and I'm like, "Listen, the eyeshadow, yeah, I changed my mind on it. I don't want it. I don't want it because of your gross ass attitude towards me. I don't want you to get commission for it. I will get it sometime else. I don't want it." I've seen so many videos on YouTube, of girls talk about their horrible experiences at MAC. There has been this really famous one where this Asian girl went into a store and she was just racially discriminated against because she was Asian. Really? I am so sorry, MAC, but your products are amazing. Your marketing is on point, but your service, your employees need to be changed. They need to be improved, because when you're hiring someone, just because their makeup is nice doesn't mean they will represent your store well. Because I'm so sorry, but going into that store, I just know I'm gonna have a bad day. If that's really what you want your customer to be thinking and having that mindset before going into your store, that's messed up. Managers that hire these girls with the grossest attitude towards your customers, they need to be fired and fully just changed. Because I'm sorry, if I'm not wearing Louboutins and I don't have a Louis Vuitton purse in my hand, that does not give them the right to treat me like crap, not approach me when I walk in, not help me out when I need help, and giving me dirty stares and snatching products out of my hands and tossing them out just to prove a point to me. That's not what no. If you go into Sephora, those girls act like they're your best friends because they truly are there to help you out. Even if they're having a bad day, even if they don't want to be working that day, they still do their best to help you out. I want to go back into Sephora because these girls actually help me out. They give me tips and advice. They help me with the best products, and I just come out of there like a happy child, you know? So yeah, praying to God this video is seen by a MAC person who's in charge of employment and who they hire, because you need to make that change for your company to succeed. Yeah, so hopefully this change is made, because I hate going into your store. I feel scared. I feel frightened to go into your store because of the people who work there. That's the truth.